Okay, well, before we go turn around, I got a smokeless tobacco addiction. They were dipping on some good old Skoal Original Fine Cut. The only reason I got this can was because of the old kind of the original styling of it. It's pretty old looking can. I mean, it's up to date and everything. Damn, I don't know if that's original or if that's wintergreen. Oh, original wintergreen. Of course it says it on the side there. Okay, well anyway, we're gonna get a nice little slobber of this real quick. My jug we're shitting in today is the good old classic red mud jug. Or the red classic mud jug, my bad. But as of right now, it's one of the only mud jugs I have. This classic red and then a black stealth. I have the house somewhere. Okay, I thought it was turkey. Chicken. All seriousness, we're about to find a spot where I can park up. Get to talking about some shit. Damn, it's been probably about 5 months since I posted anything. I know it's been a fat minute at least since my last like face-to-face type of video. That's for sure. God dang. I need to fill that back up with some gravel ball. Damn, fucking whiplash from this motherfucker. Jesus. Yeah, y'all comment down below. Tell me if your roads are as bad as that one. Jesus fuck. I guess if I was paying attention from here, I'd have seen that truck down there. Oh well. Alright, back down the hill we go. Probably. Hopefully I don't crash and die. Oh shit, we're blanking. That motherfucker's about a centimeter under E. Oh, that could have been a lot worse. We're in a position where we can sit down and talk. Let me try and lower this thing down. No, it just goes in and out. Oh, okay. That's neat. You have to remember that. Anyway, so, for those of you that did not know, because I don't know if I said anything in my last video. I know I recorded it, but I probably deleted it when I was editing it. But I got a job offer from a correctional facility, and I took it. So that's where I've been for these last 5 months. And to get back onto that subject, during the course of that 5-month period where I was gone, I had a lot of time to kind of sit and think and really get an idea of what I really wanted to do with the rest of my life. Because in another term, there's a lot of stuff that goes on physically with me that not a lot of people know, other than I'm getting chunky as a motherfucker. That'll be saved for another video. Y'all just remind me to make it in the comments or some shit. Goddamn, we're already at 12 fucking minutes. Anyway, but so some shit's transpired since. I don't know if I flashed it once or twice, but yes, we did get our first tattoo. I think I got that was part of my stimulus check. I'm not really sure. But back to what I was saying. I became a correctional officer. I took my first step into a career path of law enforcement. That I took a jump for my career because there's a lot of stuff I'm not able to do anymore that due to the physical problems, which I have to get back, like I said, in another video. Calm down. Let's snap my head in reverse. And this fucking skull tastes kind of weird. More of a grizzly guy. What the fuck? To be honest, I really did like it. After a while, once I got out of the original mentality I had going into it, I found that there was a lot more to the inmates than what, you know, my mindset would be at the time. After that 5-month period for this specific county, I I signed up to be just a regular detention officer, nothing more, nothing less. Just somebody that ran and controlled the floor. I stepped up, damn near taught myself kind of the security area of it, right? Everything's going great, and then I become what's called a booking officer. Now, anybody that's ever been in jail before, ever gotten arrested for public intoxication, something like that, they know what the hell I'm talking about. They get booked into the jail, they get booked out when they're released. I was the one that was booking people in, booking people out. And I wasn't prepared for it at the time, per se. Long story short is I just got fired from this place. Now, during this entire 5-month period, I had been late one time, and I was late by 6 minutes. Let everybody know ahead of time that, hey, I just left late, car wouldn't start. Had to wait for a buddy to come give me a jump. Now, this is a place where everyone's coming in last fucking second or past the time they're supposed to be there. And nobody ever says a thing about it, because nobody really gives a shit as long as you show up. I'm not trying to use that as an excuse for being late. It's just I had a general excuse. My car wouldn't start. I had to get somebody to come charge the battery up. And then I called in sick one time because somebody else wanted the hours. Wanted to get called in, get a little extra on their comp so they could go on vacation. I had stepped up for that specific jail every time they needed me to. They got rid of 2 people. Honestly, I don't think either deserved it. But that's just my opinion. There may have been other factors I didn't know about. One for sure probably didn't deserve it. She got sold the wrong deal. There are other factors in it that I probably didn't know about, but there's plenty that I did that I don't think should have been qualified to terminate their employment, of course. And I probably don't know what I'm talking about because it wasn't my business. Anyway, back to what I was talking for the last video. Before I started there, like I said, it may not be in the video, but I know I recorded me saying it and everything. My original intentions were to go and get this job, save up some money, buy another truck. Well, obviously, we ain't in the fucking truck. Obviously, I don't have no fucking truck with me. The red car's still sitting here from the video where I hit it and smoked a fucking deer in it. For the most part, just take a fucking gander. For the most part, it's stripped and ready to go. All that is on the front there is just little pieces of the front clip I didn't feel like fucking with until I bought a new piece for it. But yeah, so that's what we've been dealing with on that. The Chevy's still clapped, but I ended up, and since I became part of law enforcement, I got access to this website called GovX. Now, this website's badass, and they've also partnered up with TrueCar. Now they sell vehicles online, so I might be getting something from that. I don't know yet. I have to figure out what I do with this next job that I just applied for. I've already gotten an email back and everything. I just gotta do the basic shit and do a quick phone interview. My wife literally just applied for the same job and got it. I don't imagine it being difficult to get, especially if she was able to get it so quickly. A buddy of mine that I used to work with as a security guard, he got the job as well and told her about it. She got the job. I applied for it. I'll probably get the job. Starts off $14 an hour. That's pretty good. It's more than what I was making as a fucking detention officer, correctional officer, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I was making $12.69 an hour. And the amount of shit that I dealt with up there is nowhere fucking near worthy enough to keep on doing with that amount of pay. And there's a lot of people that agree with me. Not to mention the timing on it was horrible because fucking they were sitting there struggling on getting people. They never had enough people to do transports and shit like that, so they were pulling people from shifts that had already worked shifts or making them leave shifts early, go home, sleep, come up fucking butt crack of dawn and work again and go on this fucking 3-day long transport to Montana and shit like that. Fuck, I stepped up for these people. I did everything these people needed me to do and more on top of it. I was always the first one there, usually the last one to leave besides the master sergeant. I did fucking everything to the best of my ability. Then they pulled me in, they called me, right? So they called me. I was asleep, my old lady picked up and texted the guy that called me. The guy that called me said 1022 my call, which in law enforcement 10 codes, which that stands for disregarded last transmission or last radio call. And I'm like, okay. Didn't call him. I could drive all the way there, and I live damn near an hour and a half away. Drive all the way there, and then they just fucking can my ass right there on the spot. And I knew because he came up there out of uniform. That made everybody else on the shift leave the room. That made everybody else go home early just to fire me. Kicked to the curb, left my last $10 in for gas. Just to make it to work that night. And not to mention, I bought lunch. Was why I had left before I put gas in the car. Bought myself a lunch and I fucking left it there. So I was double pissed. I'm not sure that I'm going to be doing any more of the live streams anytime soon until I can figure out what I'm going to do for work and everything. But I got a buddy that's trying to line me up with a job that pays $20 a fucking hour, dude. That'd be badass. It's like $1,600 a check. $3,200 a month. And then after like a 6-month period, you get bumped up to 24, and then that's difference like $320, $640 a month. I'd be pulling like fucking $1,920 a check. That'd be badass, dude. Damn near $2,000 a check. Fuck yes. Damn, that'd be fucking. That's more than I was making in a month up there. For my first step into law enforcement, that was very disappointing. Now, full disclaimer: when I worked here at this place, there was an officer that would come into the casino. He'd tell me, he's like, listen, man, he's like, it's cool you got the offer. He told me, he's like, man, don't be doing all that shit. He's like, it's ran by a fucking little close-knit group of friends that don't like to add new people. And then sure enough, the master sergeant on the shift before mine, the evening shift, told me to try and take his previous position as just a regular sergeant. And he told me to apply for it. When I asked about it to the same guy that canned my ass, he told me, nope, you have to know booking in and out. He's like, you had to have been here at least a year. Well, every single sergeant except one that I know for sure doesn't know how to do booking. One of them can't run Central, the area where we open all the doors and shit and monitor all the cameras. Can't do that and has to have other people type up his reports for him because he's an older guy and he is getting like either Parkinson's or whatever it's called, where he can't like hold his hands steady. I know this against him, he's a great guy. I fucking love him to death. I'm surprised that he didn't call me back the next day and tell me just to come back in. But yeah, I'd do anything for that guy, and I did. But yeah, great guy. Now everybody on my shift was great. It was just that one person I always had fucking problems with. And I had mentioned it to somebody else. I was like, hey, I feel like I'm being a little singled out here, and it's like, I don't know how to take that. Like, I'm being told to do things one way, getting in trouble for them, getting a write-up for them, and then doing it the exact same way I had been doing it, and then not getting in trouble for it then. Telling that is the correct way of doing it. So I received a write-up for no reason. And for those of you that don't know, Oklahoma is still one of the states that have an at-will employment. For whatever reason, at any time your fucking employment can be terminated without warning, without any further notice, shit like that. And it sucks, it really does. Because for whatever reason, you piss someone off one day, like, alright, well fuck you, and then now your entire family's about to go hungry because you don't have a job anymore. And I was getting pissed. I was like, well, why the fuck didn't you say something? It's like, I live this far away, I just put my last $10 in gas just to make it here tonight. He's like, well, you're lucky I didn't let you do it and work your entire shift and then tell you. I was like, I'd have fucking preferred that shit. Like, at least then I'd have the money for coming there. Instead, I get gypped about $300 off my check. It really pissed me off. I am getting another job. Regardless of which one I get, it's going to be better than what I was making up there, and probably twice as easy. Because I can sit around on a desk and do nothing all day. That's not the deal. And that wouldn't be a problem at all to me. Anyway, guys, I know this video is about me just basically ranting about the same shit for like 30 minutes. 10 minutes, I probably don't make it that long. But, I'm just here to say, I am going to get back into the grind of making videos. They're going to be more like this one, more outdoorsy shit. I'm tired of sitting on my ass all day. But it's not really like that either. I've been working on this fucking house. I fixed all the plumbing underneath it. Got all my doors aligned and hanged up. I'm really going to get in the grind of making some more content for you guys, because y'all deserve it. Sticking with me through this. Be ready. Shit's about to get real on this channel. Once I start getting shit back under my belt, I'm gonna get a camera, a good camera, get a good microphone, everything like that. Probably buy a GoPro, spend a couple $1,000. I'll buy an actual editing software instead of just using this weird app I have on my phone. Alright guys, this is what I was talking about here, getting all these doors hung up and everything. Now everything's all hunky-dory, but yeah. Got those hung up, got these ones hung up. They're all nice and fancy. They're 2 folding doors as well as those ones are. Doing a lot of working on these damn fuse panels and this breaker box. But yep, been working on all that shit. And pretty happy with how it's turning out so far. I'm really getting this place nice and up to date. All new bulbs in the areas that I need it. They all match, so that's good. Yeah, it's about ready. About completely ready. I'll be redoing the insulation here before too long. There's the old setup. Redoing all the insulation underneath the house once it's taken care of. I had to pop this panel off over here. This one you can see where the white's at. There used to be a picture frame. I'll probably end up repainting the whole house. I've already repainted all of the living room and most of the walkway here, this little hallway that I don't feel like dealing with right now. I got like one more door to hang up. Then once it's ready, I'm gonna get back to fixing this thing. Yeah man, shit's looking up. I'm not really getting fired as hard as I originally did, because now I have access to getting into even better positions, better jobs. But like I did say, as my first step into law enforcement, that was pretty disappointing, and I should have heeded the warning of that guy that told me up here. Every bit of what he said was true, and that's just on me for not listening. I really want to get this channel building. We also hit our first 100 subscribers. I was pretty happy about that. My buddy Demiski is actually the one that made me hit the 100 subscriber goal. So like I said, I was pretty impressed. Really happy with how the last video turned out. Really happy with the amount of views. I think we got like 200 some views on it. I was pretty happy. Because my first one only had like 154, which I say only, but I mean 154 people took the time out of their day to watch a 45 fucking minute video. Hope you guys have a good day. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. You know what it does. Big ass rock definitely smoked the frame there.